Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Pineapple, and it's Sunday, and you know what that means. Another fun video. Hey, thank you everybody for your patronage and your continued support. I am feeling the love, and I hope that's coming back across to you guys. All right. So today we are going to talk a little departure. We are not going to talk about music today. We're just going to talk about Flawda Livin, things that are going on, and we're going to talk a little bit about sports and wrestling. So yeah, buckle in. Here we go. So Florida has been super nice lately. Really, ever since about Mother's Day weekend, um, the weather here has been spectacular. I mean, it has been the hottest it's gotten is like 84, 85 during the day, and then it only gets down to about 72 at night. So there's not that much variance. There's generally a breeze. It's just been absolutely breathtaking. That's why we live here. Specifically in this area. Um, so that's nice, and when it's nice out there, it's always nice in here. So that's been cool. Work has been steady. People have been great at both jobs. Just in general, I think yeah, I think we're starting to make a difference. I think the positivity is coming through and spreading out the world. And actually, I had somebody say that to me the other day. I was checking them out at the grocery store. They're like, you're so nice. She's like, you make people's day when you're in here and you're bright. You engage them in conversations and you tell them to have a great day. So yeah, it works. It's proven. I had somebody tell me that. So go out there and do that in your life, and we can make the world a better place. Also, the masks. People being able to not wear masks in public has also helped. I think that may have something to do with it as well. Their relaxation, and so continue to get vaccinated. It's only going to get better, right? Soon we won't have. This will all be a memory. So get your vaccinations, and then yeah, we can look back at this and say, man, that was terrible. Glad we don't have to do that anymore. So that's just because I'm fully vaccinated, and I'm happier to see go with a French fry right now, man. All right, so there's that. Let's get into a little bit more about living and wrestling and sports, because they all kind of converge here. We a couple weeks ago, news came out that former Chicago Bear and Four Horsemen member Steve McMichael has ALS, and he came out with his family because he hasn't been in the public eye in a couple of years, and he came out and he is not the Mongo I remember. He is a much, oh, I don't want to say, he's not that big guy with that bombastic personality that he came across on TV. Just, wow, it's Mongo. No, he's an older gentleman who's not as large. Compared comparatively, I would say he looks frail, but he was huge before, so now he's just a normal guy, and that's not great. ALS has affected me in my personal life. I've lost one of my good friends, roommates, Dragon, uh, Gary Adams. He lost a battle with ALS. He was in the army with me. Good friend. My uncle Ed also had ALS, and he lost that battle. So yeah, that's still out there, unfortunately. But we can come together. We can celebrate this. We can still try to understand where it comes from. There's been a lot of concussions and head injuries, and there seems to be kind of a link on that. So if we can get into that, that'd be great. Figure that out, what causes that, so we can stop doing that. So if we could stop losing people, that'd be awesome. Um, yeah. Also, continuing on to with the somberness tone that I'm rolling down. A couple days ago, we lost New Jack Jerome Young, I believe is his real name. But yeah, he was a legendary uh, hardcore wrestler. He didn't cross New Jack. You did what New Jack wanted to do. or there would be consequences, to say the least. There's a whole dark side of the ring just on the life and times of New Jack, and if you haven't seen it, you should familiarize yourself with it. It's kind of horrifying. There's a reason why it's called Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, I was never really into him. Um, he was more kind of an indie niche hardcore thing. I was more into the big time, WWF versus WCW at the time when all this was going on. And then, of course, I fell out with wrestling for a little bit, and then I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, so there's that. Continued horrible stuff. The Chicago Cubs, man, they're terrible. They are the Cubs that I grew up watching, where they've got these players, and they'll show flashes of brilliance, and they'll win two or three, and they'll just be killing people, and then they'll not hit or pitch for like 10 games straight, and it just breaks your heart because they could be so good, but they're not consistent at all. There's no consistency in the pitching, no consistent clutch hitting, nothing. So yeah, back to that. Back to the Cubs of my youth. No more championships on the horizon for us. Unfortunately, we're even with a partial rebuild. We're still 3-4 years out, and then that core of young men in 2016 won't be so young anymore, and they'll have big contracts. And can we do that? And it's just lightning in a bottle. 2016, lightning in a bottle, man. But how great was that? Greatest World Series ever. Game 7, extras, rain delay, Rudy's speech in the locker room, by Jason Hayward. Man, how great was that? All right, so yeah, we're going to end on the memories of the 2016 Cubs. We're going to end this short little video on an up note. Guys, thank you again for your patronage. We're going to get to 5,000 views here pretty soon. Share this with your friends. Show them at work. Say, hey, I know this guy. You might like him. And if not, he's a good guy. Watch him anyway. All right, well, thank you guys again. Be good to each other, and io sono la ananas.